In this video, I am going to discuss the issue of paperwork overload and the multiplier effect when you own and manage several real estate properties. Generally speaking, paperwork overload doesn't occur with one or two properties. For example, you may own a home and perhaps one or two rental properties. For most people in that situation, it can be handled fairly easily, even if you have a full-time job. But an interesting thing happens when you get into your fourth or fifth properties. You start noticing that you have to handle a lot more administrative and paperwork issues. And the reason for that is because of a hidden, little discussed multiplier effect that occurs over time. For every property, including the home you live in, there are property insurance policies, mortgage payments, interest, escrow statements, insurance bills, property tax bills, utility bills, and maintenance and repair expenses to deal with. When you start out, there is a small wave at the front end upon acquiring the property, but the rest trickles in slowly over time. If you have tenants, then you have to start tracking their security deposits and their leases and their monthly rent payments. This doesn't include those transactions from tenants who don't pay in a timely manner, and you start having to send late notices. And occasionally, you will have to deal with the occasional eviction, which generates its own set of paperwork. As each year passes, there is a slow but increasing flow of paperwork and transactions. Each tenant and property generates dozens of transactions per year, and they add up fast for every property you add. Every year, there is another set of property tax assessments, tax bills, insurance bills, utility bills, escrow statements, interest statements, mortgage statements, and maintenance and repair expenses. After 3 to 4 years, even if you don't acquire any more properties, you will notice your file folders getting thicker, and you are finding that you will need filing cabinets or storage boxes. It doesn't take that long to build up. Filing your tax returns becomes a bit more cumbersome and time-consuming as you work to compile the previous year's records. I say all this not to scare you. I say this that if you want to keep your life and business low drama, you have to plan and get ahead of this multiplier effect. Am I dissuading property owners from expanding their property holdings? Yes and no. If you want a simpler and more low drama business and portfolio, you may be better off stopping acquiring additional properties and focusing on your existing properties by paying them off instead of expanding your portfolio. However, if you do choose to expand your portfolio and you have a full-time job already, I highly recommend getting ahead of the real estate paperwork multiplier effect by lining up a bookkeeper, a property manager, or a part-time administrative person to help handle this multiplier effect that inevitably occurs. Having experienced it myself and seen it with many other real estate investors over the years, it is easy to acquire and finance properties, but you can find unwanted drama a few years down the road. Holding many properties long-term creates many rewards, but it also creates unintended consequences of an unending stream of paperwork that can negatively impact your lifestyle unless you become aware and take proactive measures. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for additional updates. Thank you for watching.